Hello, 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 hello. Oh, not supposed to start like that. I'm supposed to start with, hey girl, hey, it's your good Judy, justjap.com, coming to you live from sunny, well not sunny, it's dark San Diego, California. It's kind of cold over here in America. Actually, most of my following is in the Midwest and, you know, the other side of America. I'm on the West Coast, and as California girls, when it gets cold, we mean like, 60 degrees, 58 degrees, all that stuff. Let me see. So, when you come in, sorry, when you come in, let me know, say, hey girl, hey, let me know where you guys are coming from. Actually, let's do this. Say how we know each other. If there's a story there, say, hey, I met you here. If we met online, say, hey, I met you online. If you saw me in a specific place, say, hey, I saw you when you did this, 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 and this. Let me know. Let's build up conversation. Let's connect, that's what it's all about. Hello, Miss Kim Bonenheimer. Hello, 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 AJ Hawkinson. Hey, girl, hey. Hello, hello, Miss Cheryl Woods. So, my phone. I'm using the old phone, so I have it Velcroed on my sewing machine. I was supposed to do my hair today. I was supposed to cut my hair and do my nails today, but I didn't. Instead, I went and I planted stuff and I watered the garden and got my fingers dirty, and now I'm here hanging out with you guys. Hello, Miss Lisa Reynolds. Hello, Jess Nellis. Hello, hello. Hello, Rebecca Bryson. Mutual friend, Diane Hockman. Did you go to, Diane Hockman actually just had a training. Let's lift up her spirit. She needs a healing. She was not feeling too well. But Diane Hockman just did a training for the big webinar that's happening on Wednesday. So that was pretty exciting. It's always so wonderful when you can meet people online and they can teach you so much stuff. I mean, she has taught me, like right now I have my whiteboard filled with notes because I was taking her webinar. And one thing, let's see. Are you training the whole world but not making any money? I don't think she said that in this webinar, but I was listening to a training by her and I was like, whoa, that one's powerful. Because lots of people, they train in their companies and they're training and they're training and they know the ins and the outs and they know the ups and the downs and they know what's inside of the product and they know who needs it. But are you really getting paid for all that stuff is a really important question you got to ask yourself. Like my homegirl, Erica Feinstein Cooper. She says, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I always ask myself that now when I work with people or when I work on any project that I'm going to do. I'm a businesswoman paying out double taxes, so is the juice worth the squeeze? AJ Hawkinson, we met online, and girl, I'm from Wisconsin and our weather is disrespectful right now. Well, hello, Wisconsin. Actually, AJ Hawkinson, I think, did you used to do periscopes? I think that's you. But if not, hey. Mandy Holman, Johanna Jean White. Oh, I love Johanna. Johanna Jean actually introduced me to a lot of people. And I always tell, well, I was always told, so that's why I always tell it. Go to conventions, go to the trainings, even if they're online or if they're offline, I went to the trainings because that's where leaders hang out. And by the way, if you guys want to share this, you guys can share down there, subscribe up there, and if you're watching the replay, say I'm watching the replay. But go, because you never know where those people, and look at Mandy Holman. I met Joe at, and I've talked about it on Facebook Live before. I'm not going to give you the whole story again. But I met her at, when she was here in my town at Empower You, and now look at, we're great friends and we do business and she sends me business and I help her and she helps me, and it's, we're part of what Lisa Grossman would call the Mutual Appreciation Association. God, I hate looking at my fingers when I don't have any varnish on. I feel naked. Lisa Reynolds, met you through Joe. There you go, another one. Keela, hello, hey girl, hey. Rebecca Bryson, gardening is awesome. Yeah, I love bringing things to life. I love, you know what I love, really, Rebecca Bryson, and maybe you would understand this, you would love this too, resurrection. You know, when something dies, or we die to our old selves, we die to who we used to be. I'm always inspired by Myrtle Snow, and she said, resurrection is one of the most difficult feats of the seven wonders, because it is. It's very difficult. I mean, anybody can die, right? And your business can die. People die all the time. People can fall down. But getting back up, like, I'm from the House of Phoenix, right? The homegirl, Sam J. Cortez, Samantha Phoenix, she runs the house. And so she's our mother in drag, by the way. Now I'm moving into drag. But drag, we have different houses. And Samantha Phoenix, so we rise from the ashes. You know, just like a phoenix, we die to ourselves. And the Buddha said, just like a snake sheds its skin, so we must be born again every single day. And I think that that's lovely. For example, in a little while, I'm going to be able to go meditate. Well, let's call a thing a thing. I'm going to be able to go to my quiet space and look back on everything I did today. Celebrate my victories. Die to this person you guys see right here. If you guys are watching live, I'm about to die to this person tonight. And I'm going to go push the reset button. And tomorrow morning, when I wake up, I'm going to be a whole new person. And that's what happens. This is a constant thing. I wish people did it daily. I hope that you guys do it often. Die to your old selves. Release what, I have to constantly release what does not serve me. I have to constantly release people that do not serve me. Oh, I make that unfollow button, my friend, especially today. I was even thinking, I have a love-hate relationship for the internet. And Diane Hoffman taught me this too. You cannot attract what you disrespect. So stop disrespecting it. Learn. Jack, you already know how to play the game. And what's great, what I've been teaching, self-realization. And self-realization, when you understand who you are, you don't even need to play the game anymore. You're just part of the experience. And if I'm part of this experience, I decide, guess what? I don't want you in my experience anymore. I'll stay in your experience. You can keep on following me. You can keep on watching my work. You can keep on joining my lives. You can keep on doing what you want to do. I do not want to see you. And I have that right. And I have that right because if it doesn't serve me and it makes me, people frustrate me, not people. Please forgive me. Stupid people. That's fair. That's very fair to say. Stupidity frustrates me. And I don't like doing the... when a drag queen says, girl, it's... something's wrong. Something's wrong. So instead of sitting here harping on it in my mind, thinking, God, that person frustrates me. God, that person, how can they be so stupid? I can't... Does your butthole get jealous of the crap that comes out of your mouth? Instead of feeling that kind of way, I can just say, unfollow. Unfollow for 40 days, unfollow for, 12 days, unfollow, for the next week. Just unfollow. Unfollow. Let that unfollow button be your friend. Hello, Angela. Hello. I love her so much. Well, get into her group. If you're not part of Diane Hoffman's group, Rebecca Bryson, go join her group. She does great work. She's always there to, I'm sure she's helped. I don't know, I keep speaking for you, Rebecca Bryson, but from my experience, Diane Hoffman is just one of those people that's just doing her thing and serving the people, serving the world. And that's what I do. That's what I learned a lot of marketing from. And quite frankly, I don't really even have to market myself anymore. I can just be myself and be in flow and continue to do the things that I need to do, continue to point people in different directions, continue to create things. I've been teaching in our group, The Court of Miracles. If you're not part of our group, we welcome you. We'll go ahead and put the link in there after this broadcast, but we welcome you. There's more audios, videos, tools, and resources in the units and the files tab. And in there, we've been teaching different things like you spend 10% setting things up and then 90% of just promoting it. And that's what I'm doing now on Facebook Live. I could invite you to come hang out with me some more, come learn some more. If you know, I've been teaching, and I just sent an email to my email list today about teaching at a level that I had never taught before. I've been teaching, when did I get my first classroom? I got my first classroom when I was 15 years old. So I've been teaching, well, we teach all our lives, right? We're all humans. When you have a discussion with your fellow man, it's a give and take. You're listening, you're sharing your knowledge, you're picking up some wisdom. Like when I hang out with my homegirls, I just recently hung out with my homegirl, Jessie Marcus. And if you're watching, Jessie, lots of love to you, my dear. But I just hung out with Jessie. And, you know, I found myself talking up a storm. Is Jessie in here? I stopped the comments at a specific... You are in here! Hi, Jessie, my love. Hi, Rosie D. Rosie D. Oh. Rosie D, I have been messaging you. I hope you have been getting my messages, girl. I've been messaging... I am not going to stop. You're my friend. So I am not going to stop reaching out to you. Hopefully you haven't gotten them and you're not just ignoring me. But who better to call you out on Facebook Live than your good JudyJustJack.com. Anyways, Jessie Marquez, when I was talking to him, he would put down stuff and I'd pick it up. And then I'd put down stuff and he'd pick it up. And then it's that student, teacher, teacher, student, student, teacher, teacher, student kind of thing, that reciprocity that comes with friendship, right? And so we've been teaching lots of that, and I even, I was so inspired when I hung out with Jessie, and I even did a audio called the Power in Saying Send Me, I'll Go, and I uploaded that to my Just Jack fan page. So go ahead and give us a like there at Just Jack, and sign up for our newsletter at justjack.com. But even in my newsletter today, I talked about how, sorry, I'm all over the place. No agenda. No agenda. I've been working my butt off, and you know, if anybody knows me, I always riff. So I'm constantly talking to myself. I'm constantly having conversations, and once I push the record button, it kind of just comes out. And that's why I love Facebook Live, because I don't have to have a, you know, agenda. I don't have to have a cute little story all dressed up and wrapped up in a bow for you guys to buy. I don't need all that stuff. All that stuff is in the Court of Miracles. Because I've sat down and I've spent my time learning, and I've spent my money learning. And so, you know, I charge people for that kind of stuff, and I'm not upset with it either. And I teach people, go charge other people if you have something within you. Like Jessie, for example. Let's talk about my love, Jessie. He is a dancer and a Zumba instructor, and he loves dancing. And you know, Sister Mary Clarence said this: if you wake up in the morning and you can't think about anything else but singing, you're supposed to be a singer, girl. And if you wake up in the morning and you can't think of anything else but dancing, you're supposed to be a dancer, girl. And if you wake up in the morning, Jack, and all you can do is talk, you're supposed to be a speaker, Jack. Go speak. Go speak. When you speak good fortune into others, you speak good fortune into yourself. That's what I learned, all right? That's what I learned from people like Diane Hockman. I learned that from people who taught Diane Hockman. But anyways, so if you have something that you're really good at, that you love doing, why not wrap a price tag, put a price tag on it, and sell it to people? Believe me, you just put up a sign and people will start paying you. Yes, and if they don't want to pay you, you tell them, okay, that's fine, don't pay me then. But go to somebody else that's going to give it to you for free. You know, if it don't make no money, really it don't make no sense. But when I think about it, all of my teachers and leaders and people that I learned from, you know, I paid them in some way, shape, or form, either with my time. I gave them my time to learn from them. I paid them money for them to teach me a specific subject that I wanted to learn. I paid people, I paid Eric Cavell Brown to do a Reiki session on me, you know, and I don't do that kind of stuff, but it was something that he offered. It was something that he has spent lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of time learning, learning the concepts to develop the skill sets, which I teach in the Court of Miracles. But you learn those concepts to develop those skill sets, and then you go out there and you tell people, yes, yes, you will pay me. Because I doubt very strongly that people will go to anybody's business and ask them for something for free. I doubt that very strongly. I doubt very strongly that someone's going to go, oh, I don't know, let's say to the Wynn Casino in Las Vegas and say, hey, you know what? I know you, Mr. Wynn. Can I stay in your hotel for free tonight, Mr. Wynn? What do you think Mr. Wynn's going to say? No, this is a business. We're a businesswoman paying out double taxes. So, no, you cannot have anything for free, because if I gave something for free to all of my friends, then I wouldn't really be having a business, would I? I would just be giving out my service, which I do on a daily basis for free. All right? So that's why I expect a little something from my money. And when you're in flow, write this down. When you're in flow, the money comes from all directions. When I say all directions, I don't mean just from somebody else's bank account. I don't mean just by the person who's cutting your check. I don't mean by the money that you find on the floor walking in front of Payless Shoe Store. No, I'm talking about all directions. You find it in the dryer. You clean your room and you find it in 3 different purses. Yes, but you have to affirm it, and you have to use your throat chakra, and you use your voice, and you use your power to speak it and proclaim it. I don't care who says otherwise. That's what I do. I speak it and I proclaim it, and I say I accept money from all directions. I accept money from all directions, and money is lovingly and harmoniously gravitated towards me. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Abracadabra. How many times have I shared it? Abracadabra is Aramaic, which means when I speak it, I create it. Boom. You create it. And that's how I always create. And one thing hello, Gregory A. Perlez. Hello, Deanna Howard. From me and my hubby. Oh, Deanna Howard, I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not wearing a bra. Oh my goodness, and her hubby's watching me. Just kidding. You tell your hubby I said hello. Amen. Let the money flow. Look at people come in with their husbands and they start distracting me. The easiest way to distract me is with me seeing a man. I never met a man I didn't like. Hello, Stephanie Versace Kruger. Hey, girl. Hey, tell your mama I said hello. Cricket's your mama, right? Rosie D, I spoke no need for chemo, and somehow I'm allergic to all of it. That's right, you speak it. Speak it into existence. What does the church say? Name it and claim it. I got the victory, honey. But here's the key. Here's what they don't teach you. What they don't teach, they say what you need to say. Think positively. You know, I shouldn't be like that. But you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Think positive and all that stuff, and that's all fine and dandy. It's all hunky-dory. But you can say what you want, and what you say and how you act are 2 different things, boo. Honestly. What you can say, you are happy, and you can say that you got the joy of the Lord. But your actions say otherwise, girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever's watching. I don't know, however you identify. But You ever tell somebody, you ever see somebody, they say, oh, I love you. Well, you have an awfully funny way of showing me your love. Please don't love me. You know what? I'd rather you hate me than to treat me that way. I would rather you not like me at all. I would rather you have disgust for me than to act the way you've been acting towards me. No. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions they should be all in alignment. What did Gandhi say? Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are all in harmony. What you think, what you say, what you do. When your mind says, when your mind speaks truth, because that's where the truth lives anyways. It's in your mind, child. The truth. All the false stuff, that's in your mind, child. Both directions. It can go either way. You can step into your truth, or you can continue living this false illusion that you have allowed the world to create around you by your conditioning and by who you learned from and by who you chose to kick it with and by who you chose to allow your belief systems to create. Because your belief system is just something you told yourself over and over and over and over and over again until you started believing it. And when people have a belief, they really don't know what the heck they believe anyways. So the key is to stay joyful. Now this is easier said than done. But the key is to stay joyful, because when you stay joyful, you can't help but radiate that joy within you. Therefore, the joy is coming out. And you may be thinking, this is what can happen. Your self-sabotage can come in and start saying things to your mind. And because you are joyful, you can look self-sabotage right in the face, slap it across the face, and honestly, and please forgive my language when I say this one right now, but I have to say it. You can say, bitch, don't bring your shit to me right now. No, because I got the joy. I got the joy. And your actions, because the whole world can be in a storm, and lots of it is. The world around us, look at people who are in such pain. People need a healing, like we say. There needs a revival. Take that to your church. And what is beautiful is that you will see it in your churches. You will see the revival, the awakening, as they call it. People are waking up. People are learning about who they really are. And they're learning to, like I said earlier, die to that old self. And they're learning to die to that falsehood that they have allowed themselves to believe all this time. I love that Rosie D's in here with the chemo, because you can state facts. I have cancer. But speak truth, darling. Cancer does not have me. No, I may have this, but this does not have me. This may be what's going on in my time-space reality, but I don't live by being realistic. I live because I have faith. And I was just hanging out with my friend Lee. And I think it's time for me to go. Let's see, what are these? Let me get into Lee. Why should I restrict myself? So, I was hanging out with my homegirl Lee, and she said, Luke 22. Luke 22. And I said, which part? I know Luke 22. I grew up in the church. So I knew Luke 22. Well, they say part of Luke 22 every time we take communion, So, which part of Luke 22? And she said, when the Nazarene told Simon Peter, the world has come to sift you like wheat. Yes, but we are praying for you. We are praying for you to keep strong in your faith. And when you come back to me, strengthen your brethren. Now let's just cut that apart. Let's just cut that a little bit apart, because the Bible actually says Satan comes to sift you like wheat. But I like saying the world because Satan is in the world, you guys, and it's all in the mind anyways. So, and if you guys haven't read or listened to Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill on YouTube, that's a great one to go listen to and learn more about Satan, learn more about the devil, and learn more about taking your power back. How about that? So, the world will come, and when you sift wheat, when you sift wheat, wheat gets knocked around. Wheat gets knocked around. All right? So when it gets sifted, it gets knocked around, and the world will knock you around. The world will kick your behind. Stop preaching, Jack. But it's true. It's so true. The world will kick your butt. And especially for those people who walk around with a chip on their shoulder. Monique said this. The world, you walk around with a chip on your shoulder, and the world will beat your ass. It's true. They'll knock you down. So, look at me cursing and then saying Jesus. I have no affiliation with any of the churches. Let me just cover my butt right now before I get in trouble with anybody. Because I serve in ministry. Always as a volunteer. But just in case anybody's watching. But the world will knock you down. The world will sift your butt. You know, sift you around, knock you around. And I love when Jesus said, but we've been praying for you. Because that's how I am. I'm constantly praying for my fellow man. I'm constantly praying for my friends. And when I say prayer, I don't use God as an ATM machine. No, I speak my power. And I speak my words into existence. And I say, send Jesse Marquez a little blessing. And, send, Rosie D. Let's send Rosie D a little blessing, Send the angels. How about that? The good energy. Send all that stuff. Let them be faithful. Let them remember their faith. Let them be strong. Let their faith grow. Let them start believing in that which they cannot even see in their time-space reality when they're in right now. Let them see past that. Let them see past the physical. Let them see past the mind. How about that? Let them see deep down into the very essence of their being who they truly are and the power that they truly hold, and let them take responsibility for that. Let them grow. Let them. And I love when he said, when you come back to me, you see the Christ, it represents love. Christ is the God source. So to the Christians, Christ is the God source. So God's source represents pure, unfailing, unending love. Good energy. The great stuff, right? So he didn't say, if you decide to come back to me. No. He didn't say, well, if you get tired of being out there, all the hustle and the bustle, and you, no. When you do. Because you will always return to love. It's just inevitable. I don't care how far you have come. I don't care how old you are. You'll always return to love. Marianne Williamson wrote a great book about it, Return to Love. And if you haven't read Return to Love, go read that. And if you don't have Scribd, which is an app that I have a link. They'll give you free time. I think 30 days free, and they'll give me 30 days free. So if you want that, go ahead and put Scribd in the comments, and I'll get that out to you. But you always come back to love. And lots of people, they build this tower on a foundation of fear and anger and frustration, which I'm all down for you having those emotions and having those feelings. I think that those emotions and those feelings, when we have them, I think they kind of wake us up and say, hey girl, you maybe want to, do a check-in with your source, with what is actually going through you, I don't know, because people will stay sick, but are you willing to give up what made you sick in the first place? Because it can be a constant cycle, and it can keep going over and over from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. So ultimately the choice is ours. The choice is mine. The choice is yours. Lots of people don't want to hear this, but that's okay. The choice is theirs too. I have big ears, so I pick up everything but boys and money. All right, let me go back to the comments and see what else we have. I just started talking, and you know how I am. Since my return after a year, I've deleted a lot of foolishness. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. What is her group? Jess Nellis. You actually have to be part of the system that she, what is it called? It's the system that she markets. I think you know what that system is. But, what is the group called? I'm trying to think of what the group is called, Jess. I don't know. I'll send you the link. Hello, Gregory A. Perez. Hello, Nicole J. Bradley. Hello, Angel Owings. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see all of you guys in here. Gregory A. Perez, we do need to hang out. I am silently in the universe feeling you. I don't have Messenger from Rosie D. Oh, thank God. I thought, oh, if she's ignoring me, she's going to have to go ignore somebody who's a lot weaker than I am because I'm not giving up. I like that saying, leave the 99 for the one, because my friends do that for me. You know, there's lots of us out there in my friends, and sometimes I don't show up to the things that we need to be showing up for, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just locked up in my foxhole, creating, minding my own business, and so my friends have to leave all of that to come and say, justjack.com, you still alive, baby? Are you still with us in this world? Because like I teach this, I unplug from the world. You know how you unplug your Wi-Fi every now and then you plug it back in and then it works better? I just unplug from the world. I unplug from the internet. The internet's mean. Oh my, and they warned me when I first came. They said, are you sure you want to go online? Online is mean, and it wasn't half as mean as it is now. Kind of like on RuPaul's Drag Race, you know. We see the show from our television screens, and we can say, oh, if I was there, I'd do this, or if I was there, I'd do that, or if I was there, I would have done this. But then, you know, when you're actually there in the workroom, it's a whole different experience. You will not know, you will not understand what goes on until you experience that. And I think the same thing doing anything in this world, especially coming to the online space and giving yourself to the public. I thought, oh, I'm strong. I don't care what the public says. But today, people can only love you at the capacity that they love themselves. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because I'm kind of like, remember, who was it? Galinda in Wicked, where someone told her no, and she's like, no one's ever said that to me before. Before I came on the online space, nobody was ever really mean to me. You know, I mean, when I was younger, of course, and growing up, yes, of course. I mean, there are mean people in this world, but not as much as the internet. The internet will drag you through the mud, honey. Jesse Marquez, you inspire me, love, and enjoy every minute with you. You're a ball of hope and love. Oh, I love you so much. How is Palm Springs, my dear? Nicole J. Bradley, I'm in such a stuck spot and I have to get out of it before I lose my mind. Get out. Get out. Get out now. You're going to lose your mind. Remember, we talked about self-realization. Self-manipulation is a powerful thing. And when you get stuck in a spot, we have to take responsibility, right? And say, I got myself here. How did I do this? And lots of times it's from self-sabotage. But the other side of self-sabotage is self-motivation. And self-sabotage leads to self-destruction, but self-motivation leads to self-realization. And when you motivate, you start moving. Go move. Get up. Lots of people, they stay down. And remember, Latrice Royale tells us, it's okay to fall down. It's okay to fall down. Get up. Look sickening. and let them eat it. What did Myrtle Snow say? She said, I'm so rejuvenated after my resurrection, you know. Who knows the plans that the universe has in store for me? Who knows? That's what comes with self-motivation. But you will never know the plans that the universe has for you, the plans the universe has for you with sabotage. Your self-sabotage self will not let you even get a glimpse into that. What's that saying that says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. That's a declaration. He wasn't just talking out of his butt. All right? It was a declaration. Plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope, plans to give you a future, not to harm you, not to cause you anything else. But now, remember, the worry and frustration, those are emotions, and this earth is a school, and we come to learn emotion. So learn those emotions, feel through your pain, heal through your pain, feel the emotion, but feel, heal, bless, and release. Call it a day. Get back to whatever it is that you came here to do. Go love people. Try that. You know why people are so miserable? And I'm not talking to you anymore, Nicole J. Bradley. I wasn't talking to you. You just started the rampage. Sorry, my love. But let's have a conversation. We need to have a one-on-one. It's been a minute. But, oops, I lost my train of thought. Oh, you know why most people are miserable? Because they're only thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about anybody else outside of them. Because if they weren't thinking about anybody else outside of them, they would say, wow, how can I help this person? How can I be a friend to this person? How can I give some of my love to this person? And when you give love, remember what I said earlier, when you speak good fortune into others and what you give, you get to keep. When you speak good fortune into others, you speak good fortune into yourself. And what you give, you get to keep. And that's a powerful one. What you give, you get to keep. Write that down and remember it and revisit it often, because I have to revisit that one, and it's always something different every time. Every time. I've learned that the dollar isn't always instant. That's right. Excuse me. Sorry, how unbecoming of a lady. You said in front of the Payless shoe store. Yeah. Let the money flow. Let the money flow. Let's see. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, she is your mama. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello, Ebony Jewel Sears. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just checking back on these comments. Get humble and ask for help. Yeah, there's so much shame placed on you for asking for help. I just posted something on my fan page, Just Jack. Go give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Sign up for the stuff that we're doing. Sign up for our email list at justjack.com. But if you're I'm not afraid to ask for help. I never have been afraid to ask for help. And one time, Tina Turner, she said when she first left Ike, the whole first year, she called it Tina's Operation Oops, because there were so many mistakes that she did. In the first year in anything that we do, there's going to be mistakes, but don't be afraid to ask for help. I'm never afraid to ask for help. And also, those of you guys who are giving the help and those of you guys who call yourselves leaders, don't assume. Never assume that just because you know something that somebody else does too, because that's not fair. That's not fair to that person. What time is it? I have to go. Oops, perfect timing to go. All right. Hey girl, hey, it's been a while. Hello, Caitlin Joe B. Craft. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, Jamie. Jamie, great to see you. Lots of love to you. I can't wait till you come back to San Diego so me and you can have a kiki and hang out. If you guys got some value for this, send me a message. Say whatever you want to say. Let's reconnect. Sign up for our newsletter at justjack.com. Come hang out with us in the Court of Miracles. We'll put the link in the comment section after this broadcast. What else? Oh, and if you haven't ordered your Just Jack Chap, make sure you order your Just Jack Chap. And pray for the youth home. the home for all of God's children, because that's who we are. That's what we are. We're all children of the most highest love. We're all an extension of that source energy. So let's tap into it. Lots of love. I will talk to all of you guys later. Keep a lookout for our emails. Bye, Felicia.